So remember that time where we did the PVZ1 Nuzlocke? Well, in this video, we are gonna try to complete a PVZ2 Nuzlocke. Now before we dive in, I just want to lay out the Nuzlocke rules real quick. So it's just basically the same rules applied to our PVZ1 Nuzlocke. So here's all the rules for the PVZ2 Nuzlocke. And without wasting any more time, let's jump straight into this video and start traveling through time. We started off with a simple tutorial, and the game teaches us how to plant down a plant, collect some sun, and also taking out the incoming zombies. After wiping out the first wave of zombies, we managed to get ourselves a second plant, and we managed to progress through the levels without losing any plants in the subsequent levels, securing another 2 more plants in our inventory. But on the 4th level, we unfortunately lost the potato mine, making it our very first plant that we lost in the Nuzlocke. But after taking out the final wave, we managed to get ourselves our second plant which can attack. And after wiping out the final level of this tutorial, we earned ourselves a bottle of hot sauce. Afterwards, Crazy Dave borrowed the hot sauce that we earned, and then he proceeded to eat his taco. But instead of buying another taco like a normal person, we'll just pull out a whole ass truck that could travel through time. And it also can talk? Anyways, she told me that Crazy Dave wants to travel back to time just to eat that taco again. I guess that's one way of saving money. Inflation is crazy, man. Anyways, we traveled back through time, and somehow we ended up 4,500 years in the past. Like, didn't bro just eat the taco 5 minutes ago? Why are we in ancient Egypt? I swear, if I get chased by a bunch of mummified zombies, I'm just gonna offer Crazy Dave as my sacrifice. Anyways, the game introduced us a new mechanic called the plant food, which temporarily gives the plant a huge boost for a while. So using the remaining plants I have, I built a simple defense to help me take down the incoming zombies. After finishing off the wave, we managed to receive a jar full of special power-ups. But the problem is we cannot use those power-ups, except the next level. We were kind of forced to use the power-ups, so started off throwing some snowballs at the zombie's face, which wiped out the entire wave. Afterwards, I just proceed to toss them out of the battlefield. Afterwards, we proceed on to the next level. There's one point that I nearly lost the cabbage pot, but we're good. Anyways, we wiped the floor with all the zombies by shooting balls in their face, and we gotten ourselves our very first ancient Egyptian plant. Low-key, this plant is actually quite overpowered, as not only this plant can attack twice in a row, but it can also hit 3 targets at once. And pretty quickly, we managed to wipe out the entire wave of zombies. Afterwards, we were introduced with the level up system. So we hopped into the next level, and we pretty much destroyed the entire wave of zombies there. And very quickly, we managed to get our next ancient Egyptian plant. Afterwards, Zomboss just appeared out of nowhere, and honestly, I don't really give a shit about what he said. Anyways, we proceeded onto the level, and oh my God. Bro, ain't no way we're fighting that. We just started the game, bro. Come on. You expect me to fight against this behemoth chunky monkey of a zombie with only a few vegetables? You gotta be kidding me, bro. Anyways, we proceeded on to start building up our defense. And so far, we're doing pretty good. We managed to take out the first wave with ease, but the second wave was a bit harder as the big giant zombie just came into the battlefield. No choice but to freeze him using my iceberg lettuce. So I tried taking him down with a bunch of boomerangs. Clearly that didn't work. Bro really said, if I'm dying, you're gonna die with me. Then he proceeded to smash my knife. Pause. And then we disconnected him from the server, securing our victory in this level, even though we lost 2 plants. After defeating that guy, we proceeded on to the next few levels. We managed to upgrade a few of our plants before proceeding. And at the start of the level, my walnut just got incinerated by this torch guy, then later got exploded by potato mine. So we continued building the defense, making sure that we take out every single zombies in this battlefield. And thanks to the plant boomerang, we are able to sweep the floor with all these zombies. Then use my cabbage pot to throw a bunch of cabbages at the zombies' faces, securing our next victory in this Nuzlocke. But it's at this point of the game where I keep on receiving ads. Like, bro, let me play the game, man. I'm sick of this damn ads, bro. Although the game is a bit fun. Anyways, we wiped out the zombies with all the plants that we had. There was one point of the level I nearly lost the boomerang, but boomerang just gave him a big ass backhanded slap. Cabbage Put then proceed to throw a bunch of cabbages at their faces. We pretty much clear out all the remaining zombies on the battlefield, getting our next Egyptian plant. Yet again, we cannot use this plant at all, making it completely useless. We hit on to the next few levels, and there's some stuff on the floor. Yo, what is that? Someone just busted on the floor? And I wonder who could it be? Anyways, due to the limited space that we have, we are forced to plant in front of the area where Dave beat his meat. Gotta strategize this very carefully. From this point onwards, things start to get more difficult, as there are way too many zombies coming towards us at the start of the level, which causes me to lose my very first plant pea shooter. Sorry buddy. We somewhat managed to build a very good defense. Then we proceed to hurl a bunch of cabbages at the zombies' faces, getting our next ancient Egyptian plant. Afterwards, I invested all my coins and my gems to get poke rock, which is actually one of the best melee plant attackers. Afterwards, we continued grinding more coins by defeating more zombies. And while grinding some coins, we managed to get this funny looking trophy. This trophy gives us an extra plant food slot, which is kinda useless as we can only use 3. Anyways, we proceeded on to the next level and Crazy Dave just busted on the lawn again. Yes bro really got excited when he heard about his taco, huh? Either way, with the remaining space that we have, I plan to build a simple defense. Pretty much wipe the floor with all the zombies in this level. We managed to get ourselves a new plant, the repeater. Afterwards, we move on to the next level, which is to protect these sunflowers from the incoming zombies. Thanks to the new addition in our team, we are able to defeat the incoming zombies and protect the plants. We pretty much wipe the floor with every single zombie in this wave. And it's from this point on that we managed to defeat most of the incoming zombies. We pretty much just wipe out the entire group of zombies. That's our final plan of Ancient Egypt. Twin Sunflower. Now we just have one level remaining, and with that we step into the battlefield, preparing ourselves against this boss fight. So Zomboss has a huge Egyptian spider machine. Little does he know that he's about to face against a certified no touching grass 24/7 365 gamer. So we start planting down the plants that are available on the conveyor belt. We ate out 1/3 of Zomboss' health by shooting a lot of balls at his face. No pause. Then I used the bone choy to smack that big ass forehead of his, finishing off this entire boss fight. We then managed to receive a mysterious key to help us to unlock the next part of our Nuzlocke journey. So I'm gonna stop here for this Nuzlocke. If you guys enjoy more PVZ content, make sure to click that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in part 2.